Without using a calculator, evaluate this one. So let's start with the numerator. And in the numerator, we start with the division. Division, it is 0.45. You divide by 1.5. So to show that you did not use a calculator, you need to multiply the numerator with the one with the numerator and the denominator with the number of decimal places with the one which has the highest. Here we have 2, so times 100 times 100. So this one will have 45 over 15 times 10. Here the decimal place will finish this decimal, but here we will, it was 1 decimal, 10 will remain. Now from here you can simplify these ones, here 3i's, so we will have 0.3. Now 0.015, you add 0.3, 5130. So that is the numerator. Denominator, it is 4.9 times 0.2, and the answer is 0.9298. You multiply that one, you will multiply, no problem. And then from there it is 0.98, you add 0.07. Here we have 15, 9, carry 1, that is 10, carry 1, and then 1. So we'll have the numerator as 1.05, the denominator, the denominator. So now let's combine the numerator and the denominator. That was 0.315 divided by 1.05. Here again, you introduce the same thing. To show that you did not use a calculator, you have to show that 0.315 over 1.05, you multiply by the highest number is 3, so 1,000 times 1,000, put the numerator and the denominator. You multiply with 1,000. So the 1,000 will finish this one, we will have 315 divided by 105 times 10. 10 is going to remain here. The 2 decimals will be finished with 2 zeros and 10 remains. Now you cancel here, you can start with 15 like that, but I know that this 1 goes here once, it goes here 3 times. So that is 3 over 10, and that is 0.3. So by so doing, you show that you did not use a calculator. Mutai bought 6 trays of 30 eggs each at Kenya shillings 320 per tray. On transport, 18 eggs broke. Later, discovered that 12 eggs were rotten. If he sold the rest at Kenya shilling 400 per tray, calculate the percentage. So let's see the spoiled eggs. Spoiled, they were 18, and then the broken one was 18 plus 12 that was spoiled, that is 30. Meaning one tray is, remember a tray carries 30 eggs. Therefore one tray was lost, that was roast. Then now, if we put 6 trays, so 6 minus 1, we are going to remain with 5 trays. Now, selling price. It is 5 trays times 400 per tray. So the person, Mutai, is going to sell 2,000 Kenya shillings, right? So what was the buying price? The buying price was 320 times 6, because he bought 6 trays without knowing that 18 are going to break, without knowing that 12 were rotten. So there were 6, and this one will give you 19, 20. So that was the buying price. So profit is equal to selling price minus buying price. So 2,000 minus 1920, the profit is Kenya shillings 80. That is the profit. But percentage profit is equal to profit divided by the buying price times 100, and that is 80 divided by 1920 times 100, and that one gives us 4.167%. 4.167%. George spent 5/8 on his salary of his salary on food, 1/6 of the remainder on school fees, 2/3 of what remained on contingencies, and saved Kenya shillings 6,000. Calculate George's monthly salary. So 5/8, that was food, right? 1/6 of the remainder. So what remained? 1/6 of what remained. This was 8/8 minus 5/8. What remains is 3/8. Remember, the original is 8/8. 8/8 minus the one spent for food, 5/8. We are going to remain with the 3/8. So it's 1/6 of 3 over this piece. This is the remainder. Would it be what? Would it be school fees? So fees would it be this times that? That is 3/24. 3/40, or that is 1/24. Yeah, no. This goes 1 here twice. 1/16. 1/16 is school fees. And then 2/3 of what remained on contingent. So 2/3. To get what remained, you add food and fees. So 5/8 plus 1/6 for fees. You get the LCM. The LCM is what? Say 24. You can take the LCM to be. This is 6. LCM is 24. Or you can use your calculator first and get the answer. So this one will be 24. 24 goes here many times? 6. 6 times this. 24 goes to 8, 3, 15. Minus. This goes here 4 times. Minus 4. The answer is 11/24. So that is the total. Then what? So school fees is 1/16. So to get the what remained, because 2/3 of what remained. So to get what remained, let us add the food for and the school fees. 5/8 plus 1/16. The LCM is 16. Goes here twice. 10 plus 1, which is 11/16. So 11/16 has been used, food and the fees. So what is remaining? 16/16 minus 11/16. So that one will be 5/16 is what remained. Now 2/3 of what remained. So 2/3 of this is equal to whatever it is called, the contingency in this, whatever it is, and this is going to be. You multiply that, it gives us 5/24, right? And then and the saved Kenya shilling. So whatever remained was received. So let us get the total. So we have food and the fees is equal to 11. Contingency is 5/3. So we are going to add 11/16 plus 5/24. Now that will be the total. So to get saved, it is 1 minus the total, minus 11/16 plus 5/24. That one will be 1 minus 43/48. And so those that were saved is 48. This one is the same as 48/48. 48/48 minus 43/48. The answer is going to be 5/48. So 5/48 was saved. This one is for saved. So saved, the fraction that represents saved is 5/48. But this one, 5/48, is equal to 6,000 that was saved, this amount. So what was the monthly salary? Monthly salary is 48 over 48. 48 over 48, which is the same as 1, will be what? 48 over 48 times 6,000, then times the reciprocal of this, which is 48 over 5. This is 1. So this goes here, 1. This is 1200. So you multiply this times that, you get, it is Kenya shillings 57,600. That is the total amount of money that George had as the monthly salary. 10 years ago, Mary was twice as old as her daughter, Ruth. If the sum of their ages now is 56 years, calculate their present ages. So we have Ruth, and we have the mother, who is Mary. You can use a tape like this. So now 10 years. So we can have 10 years. We can have 10 years ago and now. 10 years ago. Now, 10 years ago, Ruth was, if Mary, 10 years ago, Mary was twice as old as her daughter. So 10 years ago, then Mary, if Ruth was, the daughter was X, then Mary, the mother, will be 2X. That is 10 years ago. Now, what will be the age? Now, because this is 10 years ago, now the Ruth will be X plus 10. Mary will be 2X plus 10 now, right? So by the way, we are told that now the total of their ages is 56. So what do? You say that X plus 10 plus 2X plus 10, the total is going to be 56 because that's what we have now. So 2X, 3X, this plus this, 3X plus this plus that, 20 is equal to 56. Like terms together, 3X is equal to 56 minus 20. 3X is equal to 36. Divided by 3. Divided by 3. So X is equal to 12. So that is 10 years ago. Ruth was 12 years and the mother was 24. Now, what will be the year now? So Ruth now will be 12 plus 10, and that is 22 years. And what about Mary? Mary will be 2 times 12 plus 10, and that one is 34 years. A watch loses half a minute every hour was set to read the correct time at 5 a.m. 5:45 a.m. on Monday. Determine the time in 24-hour system. The watch will show the following Friday at 7 p.m. 7:45 p.m. So first thing, we just get the number of days seen from Monday to Friday. How many days are there? Now from Monday to Friday, saa 1:45 ile 5 a.m. 5:45 a.m. to Friday 5:45 a.m. That is 4 days. It is actually 4 days. If you can look at this, this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to Friday. By Friday, that is how many days? So from here up to here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 4 days. So from Monday to Friday, we will have 4 days. But we know that 1 day has got 24 hours. Therefore, 4 days will be 96 hours. So those 4 hours, 4 times 24, because 1 day has got 24 hours, we will have 96 hours. But now, on Friday, the watch was set at 19:45 p.m. So from 19:45 5:45 p.m., 5:45, how many hours are here? We have 14 hours. So there is 14 more hours. So there is now 96 plus 14 hours, which will give us 110 hours. But for 1 hour, this watch loses 30 seconds. 30 seconds, which is the same as 0.5 minutes. So in 1 hour, it loses 0.5 minutes. What about 110? It will lose 55 minutes for those 4 days and the 14 hours. Now, if it was set correct, 19:45 p.m., that is p.m., 37 p.m., then you subtract the time, the mean number of the time it will lose. Now you subtract, you get it is 1850 hours. And this one, you want to change it to, because the question asks us, 24-hour system. Therefore, you simply 1850 subtract 12. That is 50, and this is 6. So that one will be 6 p.m. Simplify this expression, simplify. So we start with the numerator. So this looks like a quadratic expression. It is a quadratic expression. So first you need to get the sum and the product, and then find the product and the factors, right? So the sum here is equal to -3, the sum, -3, and the product is 2 times -2, which is -4, and the product now, we look for two numbers. When you multiply them, the answer is -4. When you add them, the answer is -3. Which are those numbers? The factors will be -4 and 1. So -4 times 1, the answer is -4. -4 plus 1, the answer is going to be -3. So this is a factor. Once you get that, now you rewrite 2y square minus, we want to ensure we have this one, so we will have -4xy plus xy, that's 1xy. If you add this one, you will get -3xy, and then minus 2x square. So once you have written it like that, you group them into 2 like that. Then look at the common factor. Here we have the common factor, which is 2y. So 2y into, how many times here? That's, we will remain with y, minus 2x plus, the common factor here is y, or x. So that is going to be x into y minus 2x. Now you see this one and this one is the same. It looks the same, yes. You pick one and then you join this and this. You join them. So that is 2y plus x, and pick one of this, y minus 2x. So that one gives us the numerator. Let's go to the denominator. Denominator, this is 4y square minus x square. This is a perfect square, and this one is a difference of 2 squares. So this is exactly the same as 2y minus x, 2y plus x. It is exactly this one is this. So you need to understand the content in form 2, which is a difference of 2 squares. So when you see this one, you need to know it is like this. Now you have the numerator, which is 2y plus x, y minus 2x divided by 2y minus x, 2y minus x, 2y plus x. Now you see this one and this one will cancel out, and we will remain with y minus 2x divided by 2y minus x as the answer. This one will cancel out. We remain with this and this as the final answer. The sum of interior angles of a regular polygon is 1800. Find the size of each exterior angle. So at the sum is given by n minus 2, which is the number of triangles, times 180. Number of triangles times 180 will give us the sum of interior angles. So, meaning that n minus 2 times 180 will be equal to 1800, because this is the sum of the interior angles. You can as well use the other formula, which is 2n minus 4, 90. So there is another formula which is 2n minus 4, 90 is equal to the sum. Is equal to the sum of interior angles. This works also, so you can use either. Now this one, you open this. This is 18n minus 360 is equal to 1800. Write terms together. So this is 180 is equal to 1800 plus 360. And 18n is equal to 2060. So divided by 180, divided by 180. So n is equal to 12. Now we have n. Why are we looking for n? Because we want each exterior angle. You know the formula that says that exterior angle is equal to 360 divided by n, which is the number of sides. So that is 360 divided by 12, and that one will be 30 degrees. So the exterior angle is equal to 30 degrees. You should know that exterior angle is equal to 360 divided by the number of sides. And the number of sides n is equal to, you should also know that number of sides, that is n, is equal to 360 divided by exterior angle. So these are the formulas you must have. And then the sum is equal to 2n minus 4 times 90, or n minus 2 times 180. That is the sum of interior angles. Sum of interior angles is given by these two formulas. Use squares and reciprocals to evaluate this. So 3.045 square from the mathematical table, you will simply get it is 9.272, and then plus 1 over root 49 is direct from the mathematical table. Root 49.24, you will get it is 7.0771. So that's what you read from the mathematical table. And then you get the reciprocal of this. So 9.272 plus now the reciprocal. This one you read from the mathematical table direct reciprocal, because it is not, if it was 70 we could have written in standard form, but we just read it directly. So the reciprocal for this one is 0.1426. Now you add 9.272 plus 0.1426. So we need to see this, that you did not use a calculator. 11,349. And that is the correct answer we needed. The figure below shows a face, a triangular prism. Complete the prism, labeling it according and showing the hidden lines as broken, 3 marks. So I want to show you how to do that. Now, we have been given length BC. Remember length BC and this length A, B, C, D, E. E, D, and BC, they must be the same. So you can start there. Stand here with your pair of compass, like this, measure this distance up to here, right? Up to here. This distance will be exactly from here to somewhere we don't know, just mark, like that, right? We know that B, this length from here up to here will be exactly the same from here up to here. Therefore, measure this distance here with your pair of compass, like this. This is the same distance from here up to here, right? Now join this. Now you have A, B, C, D. But we know this length from here up to here is the same as, and we have done that. So join that. Right? Now that is the first thing you need to do. Now next, from here, AB, we repeat the same as 2 from here, right? And then A, B, C, D, E. This is E. EA and D, whatever this length is here, is going to be the same. So we have measured AB from here up to here. Let us measure and this one, measure this one. Right, this one here. So the length from here to down here, it should be that one. Mark it like this, and then repeat this one. Repeat this. Then come here and mark here. So where they meet, then draw the dotted line now, because this is the hidden one. This one is the hidden. You draw a dotted line from there up to here, another dotted line from here up to here, right? And then from here wow, and we have now our marks. That is what you needed to draw. ABCD and the ABCD, and that is F. Evaluate without using a mathematical table. Now, since the power for the second term is negative, you know if the power is negative, first you need to get the reciprocal of this and change the power to positive. So this one will be the same as 125 raised to power 2 over 3 times 64 over 625 raised to power a half. Now the negative has been removed. The negative has been removed when you get the reciprocal for that. Remember, you have been asking not to use a calculator. So for you not to use a calculator, you need to understand what this means. You can simply write this one, the factors of this. This is 5 raised to power 3, that's 125, raised to power 2 over 3, times 2 raised to power, that is power 6, over 5 raised to power 4, everything raised to power a half. That's what it means. But remember what the powers, you multiply the powers. So 3 times 2 over 3, this one will go. So this and this will disappear. We will have 5 square times, now for the numerator 2 over 6, that is 2 raised to power 6 times 1 over 2 is the same. This one is the same as 2 raised to power 3 because this is 3. So we'll have 2 raised to power 3 divided by, so let me write here, that is 5 square times 2 raised to power 3 over 5 raised to power 4 is the same as 5 raised to power 4 raised to power a half. This one here is here twice, so therefore this is the same as 5 raised to power 2. Now 5 raised to power 2, this one and this one will disappear, so we'll have 2 raised to power 3, and this is equal to 8. This is the same as 2 times 2 times 2, and the answer is 8. Or you need to understand that 125 raised to power 2 over 3 is the same as the cube root of 125 square. So this is 5 square, this one, and then you multiply here. 2 raised to power 3 over 5 square, and then this and this goes. We have 2 raised to power 3, which is 8. A tourist arrived in Kenya with the Great Britain bounds, this one, all of which she exchanged into Kenya shillings. He spent this while in Kenya and converted the rest of the money to US dollars. Use the exchange rate below and calculate the amount of money she received to the nearest USD. So if this is a foreign coming to Kenya, we use, that is foreign to Kenya. For cable, we use the buying. So we will start with the for cable. That is, now we are going to use the column for buying, because 1 GBP is 1 for buying. So we are going to use this one. So we are going to say 1 GBP is equal to 145.4. 145.4. We will ask 8640 will be how much. So you use your calculator. It is 8640 times 145.4, and that one will give us Kenya shillings 12,56256, 1 million, that amount. Now while in Kenya, she spent this one, so you subtract here 50, 17, 906. So this one has been spent, and what is remaining? 0350, 13, that is 84, 7. So remaining is Kenya shillings 784,350. Now she decided to convert this amount to Kenya USD. Now it is Kenya to foreign. Kenya to foreign, we use selling. So we call it KCSE. Kenya to foreign, because it is Kenya to USD. KCSE. So we are going to use selling. So Kenya, we are going to use now this. Now we are going to say that 1 USD is equal to 111. What about Kenya shillings? That is, what about 784,350? Itakuwa ngapi? So that is 784,350 divided by 11, and that one will be 6651.8 USD. They say to the nearest USD you can round off, so this is 6652 USD. Two similar cups have capacities of 1 liter, and this. The surface area of the smaller cup is this. Calculate the surface area of the larger cup. Now we start with the volume scale, because we have the volume of the bigger and the smaller one. So volume scale factor is equal to the volume of the big one, which is 1,000. 1,000 is the same as 1 liter, divided by that of this one, which is 343. Now that one gives us the volume scale factor. So we know that now from there we can get the linear scale factor. Linear scale factor is equal to the cube root of volume scale factor, and that is the square root of 1,000 over 343. The cube root of that. So linear scale factor is equal to 110, the cube root of that, over 7. That is linear scale factor. Now we have the surface area. So from the linear scale factor, we can get the area scale factor. Area scale factor is equal to linear scale factor squared. So which is equal to 10 over 7 squared. That is 100 over 49. That is the area scale factor. But we know that area scale factor is equal to area of the bigger one over area of smaller. We know that. But we have been given the area of the smaller one. So 100 over 49, which is the area scale factor, is equal to the area of the bigger that we don't have over the area of the smaller, which is 2 to 122.5, right? So we cross multiply. We have 49x is equal to 100 times 122.5. We need this one, you divide by 49, we need x 49. And you realize that the x is equal to 250 centimeters square. The figure below shows a cross-section of a solid equipment used in a construction firm. It comprises of a circular hole of diameter 56, drilled on the square of side 70. The solid is 15 meters long. Calculate the volume of the solid in meters cube. Calculate the volume. There's two ways we can do that. Let's get the cross-section area of the solid. Cross-section area of the solid. So we have the area of the square, which is 70 times 70. You subtract the area of the circle, which is pi r squared, that is 22 over 7, times radius, which is 28 times 28. So that one will give us the cross-section area of the solid. This is 49 minus, you multiply here, you get 2464. So the cross-section area of the solid itself is, when you subtract that, 36 centimeters square. Now we know volume is equal to cross-section area times height. For this one, the height is 15, so that is 24, 36 times 1.5. But remember, this is meters, so we will change this times 100 to change it to centimeters. So this one is the same as 24. When you multiply this, it's going to be 34, 36, 5400 centimeters cube. But we know that at 1 million centimeters cube is equal to 1 meter cube. We can convert this now to meters because the answer was supposed to be in meters cube. So we will ask, what about 36, 5400 centimeters cube? So that is 36, 54 divided by 1 million. And the answer is 0.3654 meter cube. And you are done. That's one way. Another way, somebody could think this to be something like a cuboid that is going that way, right? You could have imagined it going like that way. So, or method 2, you can use this way. You calculate the area of the cuboid first, which will be equal to 70 times 150, because 70 times 70 times the length, how long. That one will give us 735 1000 centimeters cube. Then now calculate the area, the volume of the cylindrical part. Volume of the cylindrical part is given by pi r square h. So that is 22/7 times 28 times 28 times height, which is 150. 1.5 meter times 100, that is a, so this one will give us 369,600 centimeters cube. Now to get the volume of the solid is you subtract 73,500 minus 36,9600. That one gives us 36,5400, and then you convert to meters, and that is the same as 0.63654 meters cube. You can as well do it in that way. Find the modulus of AB given that A is equal to this and B is equal to this. Correct to 2 decimal places. This question, it is a positional vector. So we start with origin O. So if this is A and A, so this is vector A and this is vector B. So meaning here it is the same as 3, -8. I've changed it in the column vector. And I can also write this one as a column vector, which is -4, -7. That is a column vector for that. But we know that we are asked to get AB first. So AB is equal to AO plus OB is equal to AO plus OB, which is equal to this one. We are coming the opposite, so it's going to be -4, -4, -7 plus OB, and the OB is 3, -8. So this one is that is 4, 7 plus 3, -8. So AB is equal to this plus this, that is 7. 7 minus 8, that is -1. That is AB. Now AB modulus is equal to the square root of x square plus y square. So the first one is x, the second one is y. This is the same as 7 square plus -1 squared. So AB modulus is equal to the root 49 plus 1, that is 50. So AB modulus is equal to the square root of 50, which is 7.07 to 2 decimal places. Solve the inequality, state the integral values that satisfy the inequality. So let's solve first. You take the first part from here up to here. So 4 is less or equal to 3x minus 2. So bring this here. Itakuwa 6 is less or equal to 3x. Now divide by 3, divide by 3. So 2 is less or equal to x. That is the first part. And then now you take this from here and to this side. So we'll have 3x minus 2 is less 9 plus x, right? So like terms together, bring this here and bring this here. 3x minus x is less 9 plus 2. So 2x is less 11. So 2x is less 11 divided by 2, divided by 2. It means x is less 5.5. Right? Now the range will be from the smaller one is x, so we will have 2 is less or equal to x, x is less 5.5. Now, what are the values which are inside here? The values we start with 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these are the integral values. Integral values. We don't include 5.5 because it is less. A line L1 passes through the point 3, 3 and 5, 7. Find the equation of L1 in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So for us to form an equation, what we need a gradient. Since we have the 2 points, we can get a gradient of this line L1. So gradient is equal to change in y over change in x. The gradient is equal to change in y over change in x. So we take the 3 points, we have this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. So we take the first y, which is 7, change means to subtract 3, you divide by the change in x, so we start with 5 minus 3. So this gives us 4 over 2. 4 over 2 is the same as 2. Now, since we have the gradient, now we know the gradient is given by this, and this is an equation actually. So therefore, we will say, now we take point xy, which is the general point, and one of the points we can even take 3, 3, and our gradient is equal to 2. Now we can form an equation knowing that gradient is equal to change in y over change in x. So y, we take y minus one of the point, that is y, 3, divided by x minus y minus 3 divided by x minus 3, and this one will give us the gradient, which is 2. So we can put over 1 so that we can cross multiply. 1 into y minus 3 cross is equal to 2 into x minus 3. So this is y minus 3 is equal to 2x minus 6. You open the bracket. So y, take this to the other side. You have y is equal to 2x minus 6, y is equal to 2x minus 6 plus 3. Because this one is negative here, once it crosses the equal signs, it becomes positive. Therefore, y is equal to 2x, negative 6 plus this, the answer is negative 3. And that is the equation of line L1. Another line, L2, is perpendicular to L1 and passes through negative 2, 3. Find the equation of L2. So since the two lines L1 and L2 are perpendicular, then we know that their gradient is going to be m1 times m2. The answer should be negative 1. Perpendicular lines, when you multiply their gradient, the answer should be negative 1. Now we know the gradient of L1 is equal to 2. If they are perpendicular, you should also remember that the gradient of the other line is the reciprocal of the other, and the sign, if the first one is negative, the second one will be positive, and if the first one is positive, the other one will be negative. So the other gradient, so the gradient of L2 will be equal to negative 1 over 2, the reciprocal of the first one. And since the first one was positive, so the other one will be negative. Or you can do it like m1 times m2, the answer should be negative 1. We have 2, which is m1, times m2 we are looking for is equal to negative 1. Now divide by 2, therefore m2 is equal to a half negative. So you can as well do it like that. So the gradient of line L2 is negative 1.5. Now we are looking for the equation. Find the equation. But we have told that the line L2 passes through this point. Now we have the point negative 2, 3. We have the general point x, y. And we have the gradient, which is negative 1/2. So what you do, y minus 3 over x minus 2. The answer is negative 1/2. Right? A negative times a negative. A negative times a negative, the answer is positive. So this is positive. So cross multiply, we will multiply 2 into y minus 3, this times this, is equal to negative 1 times x plus 2. Right? Next one, let's open the bracket. 2y minus 3 is equal to minus 6, sorry. 2 times y, 2y. 2 times negative 3, negative 6 is equal to negative 1 times x, negative x. Negative 1 times 2, minus 2. So let's put this one to the other side. 2y is equal to minus x minus 2 plus 6. Because this one is negative on this side, it will be positive. So 2y is equal to minus x plus 4. Because negative 2 plus 6, the answer is positive 4. So this one is an equation. You can leave it there because we were not given any condition like in the first one we were told in this form. But for this one, we were not given any condition, so we can as well leave our equation at that point. Or you can divide by this, so we have y is equal to minus 1 over 2x plus 2. Also, this one is acceptable. Find the x-intercept of line 2. Now we have the equation of line 2, which is y to y equal to negative x plus 4. But you need to remember that at the x-intercept, y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0. So now you bring this knowledge and substitute whenever you see y in the equation, you substitute with 0 where you see y. So here is going to be 0 is equal to be minus x plus 4. Bring this here, so it means x is equal to 4. So the x-intercept is equal to 4. The x-intercept is equal to 4. Determine the point of intersection of L1 and L2. These two lines are meeting. So if L1, at this point where L1 and L2 meet at this point, the value of y is going to be the same. So you can now solve the two equations simultaneously and you get the point of intersection where they are meeting. So take the equation of L1. L1, the equation is equal to y is equal to 2x minus 3, and the L2, we know the equation is 2y is equal to minus x plus 4, right? So you can solve this one using simultaneous equation. You get the value of x and the value of y, and that is the point where they intersect. So 2y is equal to minus x plus 4. That is our equation 1. Y is equal to 2x minus 3. That's our equation 2. we can solve this equation simultaneous using using elimination method, substitution. You can solve these two simultaneous equations using substitution, elimination method, either of them, to get the value of x and y. I'm going to use substitution. You see the second equation is already y is equal to this. So I'm going to take the value of y here and substitute up there. So I'm going to say 2y, but instead of y, I will put y, which is 2x minus this, into 2x minus 3. Because this is y is equal to minus x plus 4. Yes. Next, open the bracket. 4x minus 6 is equal to minus x plus 4. Like terms together, and take this to the other side. So this one is going to be 4x plus x is equal to 4 plus 6, meaning that 5x is equal to 10. So you divide it by 5 both sides, you find that x is equal to 2. So if x is equal to 2, then y is equal to 2x, which is 2 minus 3. Therefore y equal to 4 minus 1 minus 3, and the answer is 1. So the point of intersection will be x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. Therefore the point xy is 2, 1. That is the point of intersection.